Jeffrey asks, I'm currently spending too much time one-on-one with my clients. Should I automate more or be more selective? What do you think? Good question, Jeffrey. I love talking about this topic of one-on-one because I don't believe in one-on-one. Why? Because number one is it's not leverageable. I don't know if that's a word, leverageable, but anyway, it's not scalable. You can't scale one-to-one. You need to find a good mix between one-on-one and, and mainstream help, meaning books, for example. The best way I found to transition from helping clients at a really high level, so helping them get results, is through a group environment, a group coaching program. So I usually I don't do one-on-one. I really don't enjoy doing one-on-one just because I can't scale that. And it's time that I could be helping not one person, but 10 people, maybe 50 people or 100 people at the same time. So I understand the question, Jeffrey. I just think that there's two things. Number one is if you're doing one-on-one, you need to rethink your strategy. We talked about this at the beginning of the show. We talked about the value of not doing hourly stuff, charging hourly just because I don't believe in it. Number one, and because if you don't do the hours, you don't get paid. Being more selective is a big thing. We haven't talked too much about it today, but being more selective is a big thing just because the better the clients you get, the more you can actually help them get the results they want. So let's say if you have like 50 clients right now, I'm ready to bet that out of those 50 clients, I'd say at least 25% have nothing to do with, like, you could just eliminate 25% of your client base, increase your fees, and be much better off and make more money with fewer clients. So I love being selective. I think that, I've refused multiple 5-figure deals for coaching and consulting just because it didn't fit what I'm doing, okay? So, or just because I didn't like the person, I won't tell them, hey, I don't like you, but sometimes I just don't feel that there's a right fit, and I really want to work with people that I like and I enjoy. So I would really recommend being selective, and yes, you should be more selective. If you have too many clients right now, there's two things. Increase your prices so that will, it'll help drive people who are less serious away, and you'll get higher quality clients. Number one, raise prices. Number two is create a group environment. What do I mean by that? Well, doing one-on-one means obviously getting on the phone or doing one-on-one in person. It takes a lot of time. I would much rather do a weekly group coaching session where, Periscope, only for clients, only for, people who've paid money, and have like 5 people or 10 people, have a small group. Obviously, if you have like 100 people, it's going to be really difficult to help people one-on-one. What I would do is I would offer an initial one-on-one session. That's something we do actually, offering an initial one-on-one session, but then putting them into a group environment so you can scale the business. Because if you only do one-on-one, you're trapped. You're on a treadmill. I think it sucks. I think there's a much better way and more effective way of delivering value and helping clients than doing one-on-one. So bottom line is increase your prices, raise your prices. Number two, be more selective. Don't accept everyone. If you want to do one-on-one, and again, there are businesses where you need to do one-on-one. Again, people have, everyone has a different issue. Everyone has different stories and issues. So you might need to do one-on-one. In that case, do an initial session and then put them in a group environment. A group environment being 5, 10, 15 people at most. You meet once a week online. It can be on GoToWebinar, it can be Skype, it can be Google Hangouts. It's a private group only for clients, and you can keep that interaction going and still deliver amazing value and keep them accountable. Keep them accountable through homework and stuff to do every week from session to session, but really transition from thinking of, oh, I'm a one-on-one consultant or coach to I offer one-on-one as a first session to kind of help you, guide you, to kind of help define what you need to work on to get to the success you want, and then put them in the group session. So that's kind of my overview, my approach on things. That's what we do. That's what we've done for years. I think it has much more value for you, the business owner, than doing one-on-one. Gives you more freedom. And again, a lot of the questions I'm getting, I can see this. Yeah, a lot of the questions that we got today and last week, it's mostly about how can I automate my business. One-on-one is not a way to automate your business. Doing one-on-one is really just creating a treadmill for yourself. And again, what happens when you want to go on vacation? What happens when you're sick? What happens when you don't want to work? Sometimes you want to take a few weeks off. You don't get paid. But if you have a group environment, you can scale that. You can be delivering a group coaching session, when you're on vacation. You can be on a beach and delivering your content and helping clients. But if you're doing one-on-one in person, especially on person, you're kind of stuck.
Go to MatthiasMazur.com to watch the full episode and connect with Matthias on social media. See the links in the description below.